What up, patients? Welcome to the Painkillers Podcast. This is Marquis
and AD.
And you know we here to talk your
pain away, man.
Hey, man, last episode we started this conversation talking about Mama's Boy. Y'all was going crazy in the comments. Y'all was emailing us, DMing us, all that kind of stuff. Talking about you need to be on the show. She ain't this and he's that. I can't believe they coming for me and talking all that stuff. But
I mean, I do communicate. I do.
You know,
I mean, I do. Talk to me, because I do.
But we back. We back like we never left, man. Part 2 of Mama's Boy.
Yeah, man.
We bringing it back right after this intro.
If there's some medication I could take to make me wanna hate you and kill this ache. If there's some medication I could take, you know I would do it. But they don't got a pill for this.
All right, we jumping straight back into where we left off, AD.
Yeah.
Diane was saying she wanted to go a little further.
Okay.
To what you stated.
Yes.
Yep.
What you was great go.
Atmosphere of honesty. What do we need to do?
When he touched on, what do we need to do to work on,
atmosphere of honesty. Yeah.
Atmosphere,
Great.
honesty.
Yeah. Yep.
I said I wanted to go a step further. I want to talk about what do I need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you're lying to me, I'm creating an atmosphere to where you're not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that makes me uncomfortable knowing you're not comfortable.
Yeah.
Telling me the truth.
Yeah.
So I need to change something about myself.
It makes me uncomfortable to know that you're not comfortable.
Man.
Because you're my son.
Yeah.
And I want you to, there are things I know, some things are not going to get to me, right?
Of
like
course.
my brother still told me,
So
I can't tell you, sis, but he good. I'm like, but tell me. They're like, I can't tell you. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the times
it's a man thing.
It is a man thing. And I respect that.
Yeah.
Boundaries, right?
Boundaries.
And but what I want to do for the times that he feel like he can come to me, I want it to be honest.
Right.
I want to, even if I don't want to hear it, like I didn't want to hear the Airbnb situation. That was hard for me. You know me. I was like,
I'm going to this.
Seriously, I was like, should I just take a flight to Connecticut real quick and just let them know? Just kind of keep my
right.
And then but then I said to myself, you know what? As you said, AD, he could have kept this from me.
Yep.
Yeah.
He could have flown out,
Mm-hmm.
came back for the weekend. I would have probably never known, that he was down there. But again, I just wanted to take a step further. Sometimes it's not about what we can do to make the relationship better. It's what you can
Repeat that one more time.
Sometimes it's not about what we can do to open up the lines of communication for honesty.
Yes.
It's about what can I do to provide an atmosphere where you feel like you could take off your mask.
Yeah.
Stop performing.
Stop performing.
Yeah.
Be transparent.
Yeah.
And tell me exactly how you're feeling. Because if it's something that I'm doing, I need to correct this.
Can you do that too in your relationships with your man? Now we talking about the son, but the same principle that you just gave us.
Yes.
Could you do it with your man?
Yes.
Praise
I think communication is key.
Praise
I think communication is key across the board, whether it's kinship, friendship, or relationship. Period. But yes, when I'm in a relationship,
this is good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I do want my man to tell me
Hallelujah. Okay.
exactly how he's feeling, even if it's a hard thing.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle and digest the hard thing?
The last time I handled a hard thing.
How do you handle and digest the hard thing? So he says to you the hard thing.
Yes.
In a very respectful way where he's comfortable. What do you do? What's your response? How do you handle it?
It depends, right? It depends.
Take us to that spot. Take us to that.
I mean,
Depends on what?
Yeah.
If I love him.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Be honest.
Because if I love
This
you,
is the painkillers
love
room.
you, I may try to figure out how not to explode in a way to where you feel attacked now. Because what you did was you brought me something where I feel attacked.
Got you.
Now, do I attack you back?
Right.
If I love you, I may take a beat. I may say, I need a minute.
So, this is the first time we kind of off because, he used to be my best friend, but, it's all good. But I think men and women, the only difference, when it comes to this piece is motive. Like, for example, I feel like a woman most of the time when she becomes a cheater or she becomes sneaky and all that kind of stuff is to get back at what's been done to her. A dude, I feel like, is totally different when it comes to motive. It's almost like trying to numb something or trying to overcompensate for something or trying to fill a void. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I think it's the difference, whatever. But for me, like, my context makes me know when a woman is being sneaky and lying and all that because I've experienced it for so many years so early. So perspectives and context plays a big role. I see them eyes over there.
Come
on, I see them eyes.
No, I'm just saying I agree. I agree with that. I just think that women are sneakier when it comes to that.
But you said they sneakier, but I'm saying they're better at it.
Better at cheating?
Yeah, like
yes.
So
yes, I think that women are better at cheating. I think that for women, I think that for men, cheating is physical.
Yes,
I think it don't go beyond that most of the time. Yeah,
yeah, and I think that for women, it's a connection. It's a mental. It's a community.
I think it's control.
Yeah, it's a communicative thing. Like that's why a man. And we got to get back on topic, but I think that,
baby, mama's
because I think that a man is fueled by physical attraction, right? So he sees a woman, he's with somebody. He sees a woman, like he's acting out a physical fantasy or whatever the case is.
Absolutely.
When a woman begins to cheat, it's such a communicative thing. So she's already built a relationship with this dude before she feels even okay to give her body to this dude.
Right.
So a dude would give up his body, and really, I mean, you look at our body parts, like ours is an external instrument, right?
Yeah.
Yours is an internal instrument, right? So like before you allow a man to don't do that. Before you allow a man to enter you, there is some form of conversation, communication, and then there's a jail. So I think that for most men, even though like cheating, now if we did something, if we cheated, like it's like, all right, cool, like we did it, da. Y'all cheat on us, it's the end of the world for us. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I get it, it's unfair. I'm not saying
that's why y'all take it out too far.
But this is what I'm saying. Every time again, because there it is. Like soon as a man voices his opinion, see, that's what I'm. It's like, well, damn, I'm just gonna shut up then. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you have your spat.
Yep.
But then don't come back to me telling me you want me to be honest.
Facts.
Because the reality of the situation is,
I'll never open up again.
Bingo. Because once I realized that you really don't want me to be heard.
Yeah.
You just want me to have a rebuttal to what you have to say. So. No, I'm just saying women in general.
In general.
As women?
I agree.
You think?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh, you agree?
Yes.
Well, I think most of the time, y'all desire for us to open up is for your advantage.
Ooh, is that what you think?
Absolutely. I feel like y'all are collecting weapons from us.
Okay.
So
but you shot the missile when you cheated, did you not?
No, I didn't shoot the missile when I cheated.
We said no. We talked.
He's talking about based on cheating, right? But I'm saying if he said he's cheated, right, and he's saying when he decides to talk about it,
when he decides,
right?
Let's unpack that.
Yes,
let's unpack that.
Yeah, let's unpack it.
What made him come to the decision to tell? Is she picking up on his trail?
Mm-hmm.
Does she already know? Mm-hmm. And he's just like, well, I better just go ahead and say it now before it gets to her kind of thing. But protecting himself, he made a decision to protect himself first.
Absolutely.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere with this. Mm-hmm. So you leave her out to feel everything that's going on around her.
Right.
DMs, text messages. Girl, I seen him. You ain't gonna believe this. Mm-hmm. Phone calls going. He here with her now. You know, photos being sent to her phone. Right. So she's feeling everything that you're not feeling because you made a decision to protect you and leave her out.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's where y'all go wrong.
Yeah, but then what got us to that point though? Because
your decision. You just said no. You just
because
said that.
This could get me to that point. Like I'm trying to have a conversation with you,
Right.
and you're doing this. In my head, I need to escape. So then I'm removing myself,
Right.
because I'm getting this. Versus saying, if we're going to have a relationship, and you saying we can talk about everything, why does everything have to become defensive?
It doesn't have to be.
Or
majority of the time it does.
But
or why does everything have to be about you?
it doesn't have to be.
I'm
But
just
if
saying,
you are-
if I express what's going on with me, then women automatically, because of how y'all are wired,
Right.
internalize that, and
that
then
it's
you
something
take
with
that like
you.
it's something with you.
So
like
if I say I saw a girl today, man, and I really, really was attracted to her. I ain't do nothing, but it was just something about her. So what was it about her that I don't have? Or
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me? Or
Again,
like
that goes along with how the woman perceives and feels about herself.
Absolutely.
Right?
But what
So
I'm saying
self-esteem
is it
has
a
lot
man's
to do-
job to build that was already there?
No. But I do believe that it is a man's job to create a safe place for the both of you to be able to have that open line of communication.
But
you can't make a decision
okay.
to protect yourself
Okay.
and leave her out and
Okay.
then talk about a collaborative effort. It wasn't collaborative when you made a decision to protect you first.
Okay.
Now
All right.
you wanted us to collab
All right.
after you made a decision.
All right, it's the
come
man.
clean.
All right, it's a man's job to create the place for
No,
a
a
woman.
safe place.
A safe place.
There's a difference.
A safe place
Yes.
for a woman. But my thing is, what happens when that man is not being heard? That's safe for you, and it's not safe for him.
That's two different scenarios you're giving me.
No.
You giving
No.
me cheating. Hold on. You
No.
giving me, is he?
We're
did he
talking about
cheat?
communication. We're talking about what led to
communication,
that.
yeah.
But I'm saying
Mhm.
that's
We're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about communication.
Okay, so if that's what
We're
led
talking about
to,
communication.
if that's what led to him cheating because he felt like he wasn't being heard, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, you said
That scenario,
You said
right.
you said it's a man's job to create a safe place for her to feel like she can communicate and he can communicate.
Does he communicate?
But what I'm saying is,
Hold on,
has he
hold on,
tried?
hold on. I don't
So-
know. And
So
that's the thing. Here's the thing. I get the scenario that you're trying to give me. But the truth of the matter is, the way that you said that you communicate, sometimes you text back, sometimes you don't. That's the way
I'm
you
not
communicate, right?
no, I'm not. See, but you're taking. See, you're being a woman right now, right?
I am a woman.
No. It goes back to the point that he was just saying.
Yeah.
I was talking. See, because you all can't compartmentalize. I was talking about me and my mom's conversations.
Yeah.
Right.
You just
Right.
applied that to me and my girls'
But
conversations.
it's transferable.
No, it's not.
Those skills. No.
I
No, it's
disagree.
not.
No, those
Yeah.
things. Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
Listen.
not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
I just
Because,
told
no,
you.
no.
Yeah.
Watch this. Because if you're gonna use that, you got to use my whole phrase.
Facts.
My whole phrase was that there are other things that are pressing. That when my mom is just asking, "What am I doing?" I'm dealing with that.
Right.
That could be my girl.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So my thing is, you just applied that where it didn't apply.
True.
That didn't apply to that.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
No,
true. And you just said it too, though,
No.
when you raising your son. That
Well.
like, yeah. But that's why I say I disagree, because if
AD.
true though.
I mean, I'm just.
If I
saying.
said that's how with my mom, she had asked, "Hey, what am I doing?" I pretty much know my mom's tone and tenor. So if it's an emergency, because I said if my mom needs something, I'm
I'ma
doing
be
it.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
You
But-
did say that.
But if my mom's tone and tenor of, "Hey, what you doing?" I said, "Oh, I got other stuff pressing."
But
That
here's
could
my
be
$1
me.
million question. Not to cut you off, AD. Here's my $1 million question. I know you made mention of, you're talking about what happened prior to the cheating. You feel like you wasn't being heard, right? You had a conversation, obviously, with her, saying you felt like you wasn't being heard, and you made a decision to go outside of the circle so somebody can hear you, right?
Well, I was using it as hypothetical, but yeah, let's just say yeah.
Okay. So you invited someone else in while you can have that conversation before the act took place.
But you just said I tried.
But
Yeah.
no.
You just said I tried to have a conversation.
Once, twice, 3 times.
Here's my thing.
Who dictates how many times it has to happen?
Exactly. Before I go
Stay
out
out
and
of
find
this.
it.
Nobody's talking to you.
Before I
I'm
go out
talking to AD.
I'm leaving. I'm going to cheat on you.
Man.
before I go and find
No, the reason I asked that is because a lot of times guys use that as a crush. As a woman,
I'm
just
not
speaking for the
using that.
ladies. I'm speaking for
wrong
us.
is wrong.
speaking for
I'm not
us.
justifying
It's
any wrong.
always about, well, she wasn't listening. She didn't hear me. She didn't. So there has to be accountability.
Okay.
On
It
both
has to be.
sides.
But that's what I'm saying.
On both sides.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me
That's what I'm saying.
Again,
You ain't letting us finish either.
Well, I didn't let you finish. I was letting him finish.
Exactly.
No, you ain't let me finish either. You didn't let me finish either.
You keep saying, I didn't mean to cut you off, but.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but.
Because I'm outnumbered. I'm outnumbered here.
No,
I'm joking.
you're never outnumbered.
There's accountability on both sides. I
Yes.
do agree. But I do think that both parties, and I want to retract what I said because it shouldn't just be on the man's responsibility to
That's the
create
point I was making
a safe place. See how I did that, ladies?
That's
I
so
had to go
good.
back and retract.
See, I will always come back and want to be with you because I'm just be like,
Oh,
I'm like,
you
babe,
understand.
you understand.
You understand.
So
you got some self-awareness.
It's self-awareness. So you have to come back and say, okay, we have to create a safe place for us. Where was the breakdown, right? So you find what that breakdown was, whether it was, do I cut you off when you're talking?
Every
Am I
time,
on my
Diane.
phone? I'm sorry.
Every time.
I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Every
I
time,
really wish it
Diane.
worked like this in relationships.
But it takes time. It took time for me to get to this point. I don't want women to think like I was always like this. This was not the case.
But you got some
I'm
maturity
from the
to you.
inner city.
yeah,
of
but you know,
Detroit.
you still going back and
Okay.
forth though, because that
It's
other
Yamie.
exactly,
Detroit
yeah.
is Yamie. It's gonna
Look,
roll up.
look,
But the
look
point
at
of the
him.
matter
But the same
is,
for the
I
man.
had to learn awareness.
Of course.
Who am I talking to? Whether it's AD, my son, Boone, who am I talking to? There's no blanket.
But can I stop
For
right there?
treating
I'm
anybody.
sorry. I just got to
Go
say
ahead.
this.
Go
I
for
think that is the key thing. Who am I talking to? And most of the time, we don't know
It's true.
because you may be talking to Kyle through me.
Yes.
And I'm your man. I'm not him. So
That's
you
very
can't
true.
tell me what to do.
Very true. That's real.
Or vice versa.
That's
I can't respond to my mama that I see in you
That's real.
because that's not fair to you.
Yep.
Not.
So that is a great space to start.
Or the old version of you.
Of me.
Or the old version of
2 years ago when I did it.
exactly.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because you're
That's a
still
good one.
because you haven't like, even though that situation, like for example, something happened 2 years ago, we addressed it.
Right.
We said we moved on
Right.
from
We
it.
building from
Boom. Boom. 2 years,
years
later,
later.
then now you still want to address me as what I did then.
The last
and that's
time you cheated on
always
me.
because the
Or-
issue that I think that a lot of relationships have
Tell
is that
us.
we never allowed that argument to be that argument.
That's good.
So what we
Drag
That's
it.
good.
So what we have is that we have all this other stuff that when this argument happens, oh, this is
a Lego
just
set.
like
Lego.
yeah, this
It's a
is
Lego set.
Lego.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
Connecting.
because now I got to make sense of this and
Yeah.
I got to tell you about this. So I just think that it all boils down to communication, what you're willing to do,
Absolutely.
what you know what I'm saying, like
So
And who you're with,
contextually,
Go ahead.
yeah, who
Sorry,
you with?
Boone.
do you feel that mama's boys
Yes.
have a harder time in a romantic relationship as an adult?
Yes.
Have you ever dated a mama's
Yes.
boy?
Yes, I have. I have.
What was that experience like?
Are you still dating him?
No.
Why
Are
not?
you sure?
Are you sure? Why not?
It had everything to do with him and not his mother.
What about him?
Now let me tell you, he
Okay.
was.
I wanna hear the
Not was.
context.
He is a really good guy, like legit a really good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he moved his mom in. This is true story. True story, ladies. He moved his mom in, and
And you had a problem with that?
no, I loved it.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because I again, this is Diane. This is not a blanket for everybody, but this is me. I look at how you treat the women in your life. That's a big flag for me. If I see you mishandling and mistreating your mother, aunt, grandmother, sisters, I don't think I got much coming.
Even if you don't have proper context, how can you do that?
I mean, I just watch.
Because I just gave you a lot of context in reference
Hold on,
to.
but I observe, right? If
Okay.
I'm dating you, I'm just watching. I'm
Gotcha.
sitting back and I'm like, dang, that was disrespectful. Like, why is he talking to his mom like that? Dang, that was disrespectful. How is he handling his sister like that? Like,
So if you had the context, let's just say you saw that you thought it was disrespectful, but then you had the context of why that relationship is that way, would you still feel the same?
no. If he was honest and open enough with me to say, hey, me and my mother, we were never close.
Yep.
We were just never close.
That's good. Yep.
I never
you
had
go.
that, what you have with your son. Me and my mother never had that. Like,
good.
my
That's
mother
good.
dropped me off over here, never picked me up for 3 months.
Conversation, yeah.
It's like, I can understand why.
Like I
Right?
just gave you offline,
Exactly.
like mine.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you understand,
Now
but you
I
probably
understand.
never knew that.
But I
Like,
never knew that.
Exactly.
I never knew that. But
Yeah.
now that you gave it to me, I'm like, okay, I can see. I can understand that. And again, it's just awareness.
Do you think, knowing that context now, if
Yeah.
we were in a relationship
Yeah.
that I would treat you the same way.
No.
Okay.
No. See that, lady?
Okay.
You see, I had to come back and read.
See, I see what you did
It's
there.
okay.
I see what you did there.
What
Yeah.
I have learned. This is what I have learned. You could be right, or you can be happy.
Oh,
But you cannot be both. You cannot be both. You need to make a decision. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Because in most cases, you cannot be both.
You cannot
be both. So I choose to be happy. So that's why I learned to go back and say, I am sorry. No, I was wrong.
Let me tell you something.
What did I do? How can I correct this?
Let me tell you
I don't
something.
even lean in with the other person anymore.
Diane,
Let me tell you
give them
something.
your Instagram because some men about to just propose to you. And
They about to shoot they
they
shot.
about to shoot their shot, shawty.
Not about to
I'm
miss
being
it.
real. No, I'm being real. But it's something that I had to learn. I had to look at my life and say, this
Do I
doesn't
want to be
feel
right
good.
or do I want to be happy?
This doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel like I'm right,
Yeah.
I'm still hurting.
Yeah.
I'm broken in the mud.
Yeah.
Am I going to continue to be like this?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so how do I get out of this?
Yeah.
I get out of this about accountability.
Yeah.
What did I do to make this person react towards me? Now, sometimes people just cut amok, right? It's nothing you can do about that. They just a fool. It's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
But for most cases, when it comes to those close relationships, mother, mate, sons, daughters, you have to sit back and say, what did I do to contribute to this hurt? And if I did anything, let's talk about it. Because what I never want to do again, I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
You know, and but it takes time to get there.
there.
It does. It's not something that's like
Overnight.
take a pill and it's there. You have to be willing.
Yeah. To put in the work.
That's the key word. You have to be willing
Yeah.
to change in order to continue to give and receive the love you feel like you deserve.
But I think you hit, and I agree because I remember I was in a very committed relationship.
Yeah.
And we got into a heated argument. And she was like going in. I can't take that. So I was getting ready I walked out.
Yeah.
And when I walked out, her words to me was, oh, that's what you're going to do? You're going to leave me just like my daddy? That's what you're going to do? And when I heard it, I knew that argument had nothing to do with me.
You. There you go.
And all I heard was hug her. So I turned around and I hugged her and she just started crying.
Wow.
But I just heard like, this ain't, I was about to walk out because I thought it was me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that response, you're going to leave me just like my daddy. You're going to walk out just like I stopped in my tracks. It had nothing to do with, I said, oh, this ain't got nothing to do with
That's
me.
good, boo.
Got nothing to do with you.
And I hugged her and she
good.
cried.
Got nothing to do with you. Yeah.
That's good. In most cases, it don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I used to practice this like with whoever, like if I was just talking to like my friends or whatever, like if a situation gets heated, if you just took a moment and then not in a demeaning way, but just ask like, who do you think I am right now?
Right.
Like, who am I in this moment?
Who do you see?
Like, who do you see?
Yeah, who
like,
are you responding to?
Like, who are you responding to?
Right.
Because it could be they are responding to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then also it could be that they're responding to, like I said, the old version of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm responding to you.
Or the parts of you that reminds you of their dad or their mother or
Exactly. Or like I've asked people like, you know, in this moment, like if I'm going back and forth with you, I'd be like, you know, wait a minute, who am I talking to right now? Because this is a version of you I don't know.
Right.
Yep.
Because certain triggers will make somebody revert to an old version of themselves. And like I'm even learning within myself, every time I speak up for myself, I'm killing an old version of me when I was a child that never spoke up. So like I've always been either it's only two extremes for me. Either I'm just super passive. I'm gonna let you do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's all good. Or it's I'm about to whoop your ass.
Super.
You see what I'm saying? So like, so it's either
no gray.
Yeah. It's no gray. But I had to realize there was a level of immaturity from my childhood.
Yeah.
So it was either, you know, shut up and do as I say, and you had no voice here. And then I just felt like I just never had a voice.
But you know, I used to parent that way.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to parent like that. I used to parent Kyle as where he didn't have a voice. until he blew up on me one day. That's why I was like, you have to pay attention to how your kid or the person that's special to you in your life responds to you. He blew up. He's like, you never want to hear me out. You never want to hear anything I have to say.
Wow.
And it literally, I don't want to cry because it literally made me feel like,
gee,
I got this thing wrong.
Yeah.
Because he started crying. He literally was just like, and he was like, hey, you're just so hard on me. Wow. And when he said that, I was like, I need a minute. So I walked out the room and I came back in and I sat him down. Trying not to cry. Because that was a real moment. Yeah. That was a real moment for me, a mothering. But I used to be that mother. Yeah. I used to be the mother that used to take his voice from him.
But see.
And then I had to realize that I'm not raising, here's to go back to the mama boys. I'm not just raising my son. I'm raising somebody's husband.
Yes.
I'm raising somebody's husband. And the last thing I want my son to be to anybody's daughter is a
no
doormat.
Voice. Yeah.
I don't want him to feel like, well, she said this, so that's just what we're going to do.
Man, you know, Diane, I'm going to tell you how important that is.
Man.
Because I'm 38.
Yeah.
I am just now finding my own voice to be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right.
No. Because I went along with the flow, with pleasing, and how I viewed it was if I loved you, to allow you to do whatever you wanted to do.
Right.
So like if I told you no, or if I like, you know, you have an assumption of me, then I just got to roll with it just because you said it, or you got an idea of the type of person I am. Oh, okay, whatever. Like, you know, or constantly trying to defend myself or constantly trying to prove myself. It trapped me into a place, and Boone and I talk about this a lot, like of people pleasing.
Yes.
And not being able to speak up for myself. And now at 38, like I'm like, yo, I know my value. I know my worth. I don't have to put up with a lot of shit. And it is what it is.
It is what it
like,
is.
And I can tell you no and be the villain in your story, but I'm still a good person. I don't care what you got to say about me.
That part.
And
that part.
But it's now me coming to the place because somehow, somewhere, my mom was an amazing mom. But also at the same time, I had, you know, my grandfather, my grandmother, and a lot of times, like if we're raised by older generation, they want to steal your voice. It's like you're supposed to hit a certain age, and then all of a sudden, now you got your voice. So that's why they'd be like, don't talk when adults are talking, but
sit
at
the kids' table.
Sit at the kids' table. It's like, you want to teach them the difference between being rude and being polite, and not break up conversation. But you want them to talk. You want to hear what they have to say, because the more and more you shut that voice down, they don't hit 18 and be like, oh, I'm an adult, or 21, I'm an adult, so I can use my voice.
It's learned behavior.
It's a learned behavior. Like it's you've crippled me for 21 years of no voice. So it crippled my voice in relationships. So I be in a relationship with someone not happy and not be able to voice that I'm not happy. And then now, like even if I voice like I'm not happy, you know, it's like, then
you get punishment.
Like
so
now you're not happy. No, I'm just telling you before I walk away. So because like before it'd just be either the crazy extreme where it's like a big blow up. It don't even have to be that way. Yo, like I'm this, you're that, it ain't working, blah, 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 blah. And so like now I think even with what you're doing with Kyle and how you're parenting Kyle, it's the ability to, especially for black boys. Like we are raised, like everywhere else we don't have a voice. We don't. And people spend days, hours, and I think people strategically think about killing the voice of a black man.
Oh, for sure, 1,000%.
And so if we don't have a black, if we don't have a voice with the women that we are romantically involved with, that we love, and they don't even want to hear us out when we're disgruntled, because a lot of times we may try to voice our opinion a few times, and then it's shut down, or we try to communicate that, hey, that hurt me when you said that, or you're not hearing me out. I keep saying this is this, and you're not listening to me. Then after a while, guess what? We're just gonna be like, all right, cool. When we get to the all right, cool, are they okay? Oh yeah, it's dead.
I agree.
I don't give a damn what you do.
Exactly.
I agree. I'd be like, okay, that's what's up. Cool.
I agree. 1,000%.
So when it comes to a mama's boy, you've dated one. Would you still date one? Why or why not?
Again, so what's your definition of a mama's boy? Let me ask you that, because everybody can come up with their own definition of a mama's boy, right? So what's your definition?
So when I think about a mama's boy, my definition is going to be one who is reared and geared to get total confirmation and agreement from their parent, from their mother.
Okay.
So I'm going to be with people that my mama endorses.
Okay.
I'm going to make financial decisions and life decisions that my mom endorses. So if I have opportunity to move somewhere and she said, no, I don't think you should leave. And I think that's a mama's boy. That one that literally leans on his mother for guidance of just his life in general. And it's me and mama versus whoever else.
Good definition. AD.
I agree with that, and I had some questions, but
go for it.
No, go for it.
No, not yet. So, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with what Boone said. It's the constant looking for my mother to approve every decision that I make. My mother, and that's the reason why I love my mother, and people would be like, man, like, for one, that's my twin. We look just alike. I love her. I do whatever it takes for my mother. That's just how I am. And where I think the difference is, I think we have a healthy relationship, meaning my mother knows, for one, I raised a son that's going to do whatever it takes to provide. Right. And he's going to grind. He's going to work his butt off. Right. He's going to be respectful. He's not going to intentionally try to hurt anybody, type of situation. But for me, a mother's boy is looking for that consistent approval. I make decisions. My mom is a supporter. Right. So whatever decision I make, my mom may have her red flags about it, but my mother is ultimately going to support whatever it is that I do.
Whatever your choice is,
Like she's ultimately going to support that. Like, I remember my older brother that passed away, he just dated Caucasian women. But that was the school he went to.
That's all he saw. He was a product of his environment.
Product of his environment. So I remember one time I was talking to my mom, and I was like, now the school I went to was diametrically opposite. Like, I was getting kicked out of a lot of schools too. I was fighting and stuff. Same here. so I remember my mom. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, if I bring home white girl, and my mama literally set me down. She was like, I'm gonna be with whoever make you happy. She said, I don't care if they're green, orange, blue. She said, whatever makes you happy, I'm going to support that. And from there, we developed and we have a relationship where even with the communication piece, we talk about the instrument of communication with a cell phone, but like even with the communication piece, like just audible communication with me and my mom. Me and my mom sit down and have conversations and stuff like that. But I found that the way I communicate is much like everybody in my family. Like, we sit and we just kind of be around each other, but then we won't talk unless like it's a pressing issue or something. You know what I'm saying? So now trying to do better, just having conversation. I don't think that makes us mama's boys though, because I want to talk to my mom or provide for my mom or I do for my mom.
Absolutely.
But I do think that when you lean into always needing your mom's approval or, hey, I want to do this. Let me call my mama. Let me see what my mama say. Let me get, and it was like, wait a minute, hold on. That may be a little red flag. Yeah. Or if if I'm all the way honest, you date somebody that makes you happy and your mama don't like them. And then you like, yo, like, I can't be with you because my mama don't like you. Now, to me, that's whack. Yeah. Like, yo, you got to do what makes you happy. Your mama does.
Yeah. Right.
She gonna do what make her happy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
mama gonna be going on somewhere else later.
Exactly. Like, and I think that those are the things that makes a man maybe a mama's boy. But yeah, I think having a healthy relationship is just you not leaning into consistent approval.
Yeah, I agree.
So what's your definition of mama's boy?
I never thought about the definition of a mama's boy, to be honest with you. But since we're on the subject, let's talk about it. Yeah. I feel like I agree with you guys that if you as a man can't make a decision without any kind of decision, without talking to your mother, you are definitely a mama's boy. And I think that mother did her son a disservice not to build him up, to feel like he is responsible enough to make decisions outside of her.
For sure.
So the mama's boy is not all on him either. It's on the mother as well too.
Yeah.
You have to build your child up to the point to where that they feel comfortable making decisions. Even sometimes if it's the wrong decision.
Yeah.
They made it.
Yeah.
You can always try to correct it, go back, and we learn from our mistakes or whatnot, but you have to give your child that opportunity. And I think the mama's boy is like so scared, to make a decision that they have to get the approval of their mother.
Yeah.
So would you date one?
I have
Again,
dated.
I know you say you dated one, but
I don't. The kind that I just described, no. I don't want to date anyone because I feel like you're leading me, right? Like, I'm kind of old school with it.
Okay.
So if I'm dating a guy,
open the door for me.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Chivalry is not
Chivalry,
dead.
baby. Be a gentleman.
All right. So wait a minute.
I didn't open up another can.
No, I'm sorry. No. Nope.
But
No, because I believe I believe in that. Because I was just going to ask you, even for our new age Black women listeners and podcast watchers,
yes.
what do you mean
Want me to break it down?
when you say
I'm old school.
I'm old school, because I do believe that there are some old school principles that still
it should
need
be
to
allowed.
apply right now.
Has to, like,
Now, but I am going to say this, and I know a lot of people won't like it,
okay.
and they may not agree.
Say what you
But
choose.
if people say, if this new age woman, if they say that chivalry is dead, I believe that the independent woman was holding a gun to kill it. Because a lot of times a man goes to go and be the man, and then she like, I can do, and what you mean? I got my own bag, and da 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 da. And listen, this is the thing. I'm not saying that you can't do that, but because I am
can't be right and happy.
Quiet on the set, Boone. Quiet on the set.
I'm not saying you can't have your own bag. I ain't saying you can't do that. Yo, I want you to do that. I want you to get your own bag. I like when a woman is assertive and got her own money, and businesswoman, and about her business, and like every now and then, like if I reach out to you and I'm like, like what's up, what you doing, and you like, I'm working right now, I hit you later. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Get to your bag.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I feel like if you're going to want a man to be a man, you can't cripple his voice. You can't cripple his effort. And also you can't be frustrated that he doesn't lead as fast as you. A lot of women want a man to be a man, but then if it's not going at the pace that you want, then now, I just go. Yes, you can always go and find you another man that's gonna move at your pace, but are you in control or is he?
You said a lot there.
I'll lie.
Yeah, I'm just.
But here's
because
okay. Let me
you
back
can't
this
be
thing
old
up.
school and new school.
No, you can't. I declare that I am old school. I do believe that a man should lead. Again, ladies, this is me. I'm not speaking for all ladies, but for the ones that are old school, I do believe in leadership in a man. I believe that if I'm in a relationship with you, you should be leading us somewhere. It's not just leading me, it's us, right? The vision got to be very clear. We can come to the table, collab, do some collective together, maybe separately, maybe, but it has to be clear that you're leading us somewhere. For me, when I look for in a mate, it's leadership. Does he have any leadership skills? You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't even always have to be a CEO or own his own business. He could work for,
Amazon.
500. He can work for Amazon. Does he have leadership skills? That's important to me.
So I'm gonna tell you, I'm.
But hold on.
Okay. Go ahead.
I gotta get back.
I'm
to
sorry.
In this plane,
I'm sorry.
I gotta get back to you.
Go ahead.
The reason she acts like this, I got my bag, I got my money. Nigga, what you got? I am the table. She's hurt.
Yeah.
She's so hurt. Here's the thing. She's hurt. She's been disappointed. She don't trust nobody. So if she's handling you like that, it's not that she's handling you that way.
Oh, she ain't handling me like that.
No, what?
I'm telling you right now.
I'm
Diane
saying
versus
if she's
AD,
responding in that sense,
Big Daddy
to you,
Energy speaking.
it's because she is hurt and she has been disappointed and somebody has dropped the ball with
And
her.
she needs a hug.
And she needs a
needs a
hug.
hug. Yep.
She does. And I have to say that because a lot of times you guys are like, oh, y'all want strong women until you get one. How about that?
Well,
How about that?
this
Hold
is
on,
the
I'm not
thing.
done.
I don't
Hold on,
have
I'm
no
not done.
problem with a
Hold on, I'm
strong
not done. Hold on, I'm not done. Y'all want a strong woman, Miss Independent. Well, she got to have her own life. She gotta have her own bag.
Mm-hmm.
She gotta have her own swag. And then you get her, and then it's like, we gotta slow the pace down. We gotta do this. We gotta do that.
I love her.
Oh.
Boom.
Pause for the cause. What was that? Speak up.
I love her.
You love her.
Yeah.
So that's the type of chick you like, because that ain't the type of chick you like.
I know. We got two different tastes in chicks.
Ah.
Wait a
we
minute.
the
You
same
said that ain't the
person.
type of chick I like?
So you
Is that what
you
said?
just said that. You just said you don't want the boisterous type that's going to tell you.
No.
Oh, no.
That's not what I said.
That she got her own bag. that
That's
she
not
does
what I
this.
said.
No. What did
I
you
said,
say?
I said that type of woman has killed.
Rewind that tape.
I said exactly what I said was that type of woman has. I said if we say chivalry is dead, that type of woman has killed chivalry. I didn't give my opinion on if that's the type of woman I like or if I don't. I didn't say that.
Did she kill it, or was it just never like around her? Some women don't know anything about chivalry.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't.
Gotcha.
They're a product. Huh? No, they're just a product of their environment. Hold on.
So why? My thing is, but why is that an excuse for
It's
you?
not an excuse.
And it's not an excuse for a
No,
man.
I'm
So
not
wait a
saying
minute,
that
wait
it's
a minute. But listen, if a man offered you on a date,
Yeah.
and then he takes you out, but he knows nothing. He wasn't raised in chivalry to open up doors.
Right.
You would be having a fit.
No,
he don't open up no door.
Honestly, he doesn't even have to open my door.
But I'm saying maybe not to him, but he may not get a second date. He may not
For that person who holds that esteemed high in their life.
because you said you were old school.
I am old school.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean you have to open my door because I'm old school.
But
my old school
but what I'm
ways and what I want.
But what I'm saying is, how did you just make a concession for the women to receive?
No. I'm bringing awareness to you about this is why she's relating to you or acting this way towards you. It's because she does
what I'm saying
have
is that. But what I'm saying is, how is that grace not given to men that
I'm
don't
not
know
saying it
chivalry?
shouldn't be. I never said it shouldn't be. I'm just giving you. I said that.
No, go
Rewind
ahead.
the tape.
Go ahead.
I said that.
Go ahead.
I never said.
Because if you rewind the tape on what I said, you was wrong. So
and I am a woman who can apologize,
Okay.
as we can see,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Episode 1, right?
Yeah.
I did apologize
You
to the
did.
fellas when I was wrong.
Okay.
I even said, let me back it up again, ladies. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
But I don't think I ever said that it shouldn't go both ways.
No, I didn't say
Because
you,
even when
I'm
a
not
guy
saying that you
come
said
off
that.
and he's closed off,
Yeah.
she don't want nothing about my money.
Mm-hmm.
That lets me know somebody tried to take advantage of him. He's not acting towards me because he think I'm look at this one. Because I'm trying to get his bread. I got my own bread.
Facts.
Good.
If he know anything about me, he know I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you give me, homie, it's extra. It ain't all what I got. It's just extra. It's an extra $1,000. It's an extra trip. I go on trips.
Okay.
It's an extra fine dining dinner for me because I take myself out.
God bless you.
You get what I'm saying? So
Take
anything
myself.
Yeah.
I do for myself.
Facts.
But I don't want you to read that as
I don't
killed
need you. Yeah.
I killed chivalry. I took the gun and I blew his head off. That's not I don't want you to read it that way. What I'm saying to you is that it's going to get done. I'd rather it get done with us. But if it doesn't,
I can still do it.
I'ma still do it on
When,
my own.
and I think every man will appreciate a woman that can do, but he won't allow her to do.
I'm with it.
So it's like, yo,
Listen,
like
that
I
was
got
good.
you.
I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can do that, but I got
I'm
you.
with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
So
with it.
we getting ready to wrap up this session, y'all, because
Okay.
it's we talking about mama's boys and
we
all that
did.
stuff. But
It took us to relationships and whatnot.
because you can't do one without having the other.
Yeah, because you got to talk about
Because
it.
the principles are there. You had some questions though before we get into the
No.
prescription.
No,
you sure have a question?
I
sure?
have some questions on my phone, but no, it's okay.
Just give us one of them.
At least.
Diane's here. We might as well just
I'm
give her one
saying.
of them. Like, then we're gonna get into the prescriptions, patients.
Okay.
Yes.
So I give one.
Okay.
All right.
All right. What would you say to the woman that is in a relationship with the mama's boy that has to talk to his mom all day long, and if she calls, he doesn't answer the phone for her because he's on the phone with his mom?
What do you say to that woman?
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yes.
Yeah, that brought Detroit up a little bit. What I would say to her is that there's no room for you in his life. there's no room for you. If she monopolizes his entire day like that, then you'll never receive the love that you rightfully deserve. You'll never get him because she has him. That's what I would say to that. I would say to her that you need to find you someone who has, ears, eyes, and a heart for you.
Okay. Part B to it. Because you said, we're byproducts of our upbringing.
Yeah.
You said that, we were talking about the isolated incident because I don't want to cross it over. Yeah. But we were talking about the isolated incident with the girl that's independent. And he was like, she's been hurt or she's been right? But then
I've been that chick.
Okay. Yeah. So then,
but that don't mean I don't want you to come in and do what needs to be done.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Give what needs to be given.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
So then
take what needs to be took.
Okay.
Diane and AD taking over the Painkillers podcast show, guys.
So then when it comes to the guy in the question, if all he knows is like, what's the fine line of being patient, giving grace to see because if he says like, oh, I love you, I don't want you to leave, I want to be with you. Right. What is your advice to this woman if she's saying, and you just told her like he has no space for you, right? So what's the difference between, okay, giving him time to adapt or change or just saying, I'm done with him?
If he comes to me and open up that line of communication like, hey, all I know is my mom. Like, it's just been me and her, against the world kind of thing, I never really had to make space for someone else. But I will work on making space for you.
Awareness, yeah.
Then it's like, okay, I can work with that. But if I sit down and I say to you, AD, I feel as though you don't have enough time for me because you're always on the phone with your mom. Or I feel like there's no space for me. I don't feel like, your mom will even receive me much because I'll be cutting into her time. And if your response is, well, that's my mama. She gonna always be my mama.
That's definitely a man response.
So, I mean, if you feel like that, then, then I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think so either.
Facts.
Got it.
But if you work on creating a space for me and you tell your mom, you're going to always be my mother. That'll never change. But my life is changing. My life is transitioning in a different way now to where I want my own family. We're going to always be family.
I'll always love my mama.
There you go. She's my favorite girl.
You
can even tell your mama.
You only get one.
Yeah. You can even tell her. Tell the heifer. Listen, you're going to always be my favorite girl.
Right.
But I can't sleep with you. I cannot create legacy of a family with you. I can with her.
Yeah.
And I need you to respect, because I think the men should speak up as well too. It's not so much as can the woman adapt and can she change and can she deal, right? It falls on the responsibility of her son.
If the mama has not crippled his voice though. Yeah.
If she hasn't crippled his voice. Yeah.
So good.
But then again, it all depends on the environment that you create. If you create an environment, I feel like even if his voice is crippled and you're soft with him in a way that he starts opening up just little by little, not all at once, not forcing it, but just a little bit of opening up with him in a soft and a safe place. And you have to create that safe place. And most people are like, well, what's a safe place? A safe place for me is when I can come in and I can be who I really am. If I feel like I need to just break down and start crying, like that happened once with him. I literally got in front of Boone one time and he probably never seen me like this before. I remember. And I cried for like 10 minutes. This is I've been telling some real nuggets.
Yeah, some real good stuff.
We're in a coffee shop, homeboy. We ain't even like at his house. Like we're in a coffee shop. And he held my hand for 10 minutes.
And let her cry.
Until I finished crying. That was my safe place.
Yeah.
And if I have a place like that,
he said he was gonna hold my hand on yesterday.
Yeah.
He told me. He said, "I'm gonna start holding your hand."
And when he holds your hand, you're gonna cry for 10 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
you're
gonna cry something for 10 minutes.
It just does something.
Because I told him I don't like PDA, I don't like affection, I don't like that. So he was like, "I'm gonna start holding your hand."
Yeah, and you're gonna cry for 10 minutes. But he created a space for me to be honest with, and I was so honest with him that I was like, "Oh, I probably should."
And never heard again.
And never never heard it again.
Yep.
He never
That's a big
held my
part.
feet to the fire.
Yep.
But it has to be an exchange.
That's a big part.
It has to be an exchange. So when a guy creates an environment like that you can come in, whether it's crying, laughing, baby, you're not gonna believe this.
Right.
Or I'm struggling with this, but I don't want to tell nobody.
Yeah.
But you're my safe place, so I gotta tell you.
Yep.
It's your job to cover this person.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah.
As a man and as a woman.
Yeah,
Okay?
sure.
It goes both
sure.
ways. Yeah.
This is good, man. Let's give the prescriptions to the patients today, man. So, guys, we got prescriptions for you. I don't know who want to go first. Ladies, you give the patients. What's your prescription, Diane, to the ladies?
Oh my goodness.
You only get one. You only get one.
get one?
Yeah.
You want me to start?
Yeah,
you
you
can hear how it
start.
goes?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So
Thank
my
you.
prescription today, guys, for dealing with mama's boys, I would say to you, don't look for your man to be your son. And if you can,
Or your daddy.
or your daddy, yeah. If you
you can
take
call him
that,
daddy
yeah.
every night.
I mean, I don't even want to be called daddy.
What?
Yeah, I don't like
like
that.
that?
Yeah, I
Call
think
me-
that's weird.
Call me daddy.
Like,
I
give me
know,
a
what's wrong
nickname.
with you?
Call me by my
I'll be
nickname.
your
Like, if you got a
daddy.
nickname for me, like,
I'll be your daddy.
like, I just,
That?
I don't want to be called daddy
What's wrong with you?
because I'm not your daddy. Like,
What's wrong with
I
Daddy.
don't want to be your daddy.
You want to be Zaddy?
I want to
You
be
don't
your
wanna be
man. I want to be your big
wrong with you?
papa. I want to be your, like, I love
love
it when you call me big papa, not
Yeah.
daddy.
I hear you.
Like, yeah, give me a nickname, whatever. But yeah, so that would be my prescription to y'all. What you got, AD?
Oh, my bad. No, I think my prescription would be, you can love the potential of a person, but also gauge the progress that they're making. And if they are mama's boys or whatever, and you feel like you can't tolerate it, but make sure you have the conversation, and then also gauge the progress if they're saying like, yo, I that's all I know, and I'm trying to not be that as much. And if you love them, grant them grace, watch them, grow and check the progress. But, really don't throw away somebody because they're not there yet.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
That's a good
engage
prescription.
the progress that they
Don't
make.
throw away somebody because they're not there yet.
Yep.
That's good.
What you got, D?
Good idea. I would say that it's best to have two separate lives. You are a mother, but you are a woman as well too.
Mama
Find
gotta have a life
Those
too.
things that make you feel
Yeah.
like a woman,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and not project
Those things.
those things
Yeah.
on your son.
So good.
So he won't feel responsible to make you feel like a woman.
My God.
Ooh. Mama
Y'all
gotta
got to
have
get
a
those
life too,
prescriptions
Jody.
filled. Listen, Diane did not come to play with y'all today.
Jody, mama gotta have a life too.
That's right.
I love you, Jody.
I love you, Jody.
I hate you. I hate you, Jody. I hate you. Man, this has been the Painkillers, man. I've been Marquis.
And I'm AD.
Hey, we're just talking your pain away. Until next time.
See you.